Women ain't sensitive.
Man,
Niggas
it's
just
really getting
insensitive.
crazy out here in St. Louis right now, man.
Doing too
Weather
much.
and the crime.
Well, y'all niggas need to act like
Stay
y'all
safe.
know
Man,
the
you
fuck.
gotta stay safe. At least we got some good rapping going on.
None. We ain't talking about
Nothing
nothing.
for real.
Little bit of this, a little bit of that.
What up? I am Beating Green.
It's the MVP, the most valuable podcaster who is lost.
It's your girl, Yay Beauty.
And it's your man Rothstein the G. Rothstein, the G can stand for the GOAT, the Great, the Gremlin.
Hey, yo, so today, you know what I'm saying, we got the podcast about nothing. And we gonna talk about what it means to be successful. We ain't even gonna worry about this old lame ass nigga and his long ass introduction. Cause that is not successful.
That nigga call himself the Lamb. That nigga like Rothstein the Lamb.
The GOAT.
Cause the Chiefs
The
finna
Great.
get beat by the Ram.
We
Them
really
they
in
go.
here. Yeah, I see we really in here and we lit this weekend. We definitely grateful to be back with y'all. You know what I'm saying? What it takes to be successful. Let me go ahead and start off. It takes sacrifice, you know what I mean? I learned that in the past week and a half. It take a sacrifice to be successful. You know, sometimes you got to give up things that you really want to do.
Like going to the fucking game.
Yeah, most definitely. Because I definitely went to the game and I kind of upset the podcast with it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we here publicly. I ask for y'all forgiveness on that. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing but money.
But that's one of the biggest things that I learned. Sacrifice. You definitely have to sacrifice wants. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to necessarily say needs, but wants, because you want to still enjoy life and, you know what I'm saying, do random things. But, you know what I'm saying, on the road to success, especially at the beginning, you got to sacrifice a lot. You have to sacrifice even sometimes relationships, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you might want to kick it with a significant other or even a group of friends, and you can't do that because you got to get to work. You know what I'm saying? So that sacrifice is something really big that I learned, you know, from, you know, Jessica, from Byron, beating me in my head, telling me I ain't taking accountability, and I had to sit and actually think about what accountability meant as far as, you know what I'm saying, owning up and being like, you know, I wasn't there, I left when I shouldn't have. So, you know, sacrifice is big. It's something that I really have to learn. You know, I thought I knew what sacrifice meant as a definition, as a term, but actually executing it is going to be something completely different if I wanted to go. You know, I wanted
Lame
to be
ass
gone.
nigga ran off on us first chance he got.
Hey, look, I'm over here about to go to sleep. Like, it ain't too much. You can sacrifice. Goddamn, you finna sacrifice. Like, oh, that damn. Nah, but for real though, it take motivation too. Like, a lot of this generation that's coming up behind us ain't got no motivation. Like, they ain't motivated. Like, they want everything given to them, and instead of going to get it. I mean, quick money. I mean, they go get that, but when it takes something that's gonna take time and build in the end, yeah, they ain't got a lot of motivation, but it take a lot of motivation to be successful.
Nipsey Hussle show said that, I can't remember exactly what he said word for word, but he's like, you know, saying I had to sacrifice, you know, the quick money. I had to stop hustling in order to focus on the rap, you know what I'm saying? So I, you know, saying struggled for a second because I wasn't making that fast money no more because I knew that was just gone. Take away from what I wanted to do and, you know, say my long-term goal.
And I won't necessarily say it's a struggle, it's just being uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like, with the motivation, like you said, being with the struggle.
But you got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Exactly. Like, fast
Especially if
money,
you
you
going
can
for
do,
something.
you can do things quicker. You know what I'm saying? Where slow money is longer money in the long run, but you can't do everything.
But fast money goes fast as fuck.
Yeah, but you can still get comfortable getting fast money, and you can still get comfortable getting slow money. You got to tap into.
Yeah, but if you got this fast money coming, you can't give it your all because you in a comfortable position to where you not hungry and you don't need for this one thing to work out. So once you cut that off, you got to make this happen.
A lot of people don't grind towards goals. You got to grind towards a goal. Like, if you gonna get the fast money, you got to know where what you gonna do when you get to a certain point. Okay, I'm grinding towards a goal. I'm trying to get this amount of boop, and I'm gonna stop. A lot of people get that and keep going because they done ran through the bag and blew the bag here and there, all at the mall.
So it sounds like you saying they got to have a plan.
Yeah, you gotta have a plan.
Right. I agree.
You You gotta most definitely have a plan, and then you gotta be able to listen. You gotta be able to take constructive criticism. A lot of people don't listen. A lot of people just be like, "Oh man, he hating." No, he hating. He giving you the game.
Be coachable.
Most definitely.
Because a lot of people be like, I don't want to be like nobody. I think somebody being like me or imitating me, that's the best form of flattery. Shit, if you see somebody successful in doing something that you want to do, you supposed to do what they doing to get where they going. Like, that's what you should do. If you want to be successful, you see somebody that's doing what you want to do at the level you want to do it. You hit your wagons on to that, especially if you can.
Why make your path harder for you? Like, why make your journey harder for you when somebody had already set the pavement, like, to where you want to go?
One thing that I heard that was good, I heard Kevin Gates say, you gotta not be secluded, and you gotta take it as business. You know what I'm saying? To be successful, because he was like, when he came in the game, he came to it on a more of a street level. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't working with a lot of people. And then he also said you got to embrace your fear. Like, he didn't work with a lot of people because he was afraid of rejection. Like, if you reach out to somebody that you want to work with, and then they tell you no, it don't mean no forever. It can just be no right now. But that fear of rejection, like somebody, you reach out to someone, hey, big bro, let's work together, or bro, let's work together. And they be like, nah, I'm good. Lame, man, nigga,
Hey, look, this is a good topic though, because this speaks volumes to me because it brings up my brand. Broke mind, rich thoughts. A broke mind is someone that's always procrastinating, saying, I can't do it, or somebody that's scared to fail. And the rich thoughts come in we all have rich thoughts come in our head, like ideas that can get us rich, but we don't do it because our mind is broke and forcing us to be like, nah, I ain't doing no, I'll do it later, I'll do it this, I'll do it that day. When we should just go on and tap into it. Right. A fixed mind gonna always just jump right in.
Yeah. We be at war with ourselves more than anything. Like, our competition be ourselves. Yeah. You got to overcome self.
What is it that you say, Byron? The P's?
Pootie tang.
That boy ain't even prepared. Ain't it? Poor preparation.
Improper preparation leads to piss poor performance. Right. I learned that from Rocco.
Yeah, I heard Gay say it. This I just was watching him on Straight Facts. I have been watching him for the last few days. I've been watching Straight Facts, $1 million worth of game. I fuck with Gates, you know what I'm saying? And but I think to be successful, you really, one of the biggest things other than sacrifice, grinding, you gotta embrace yourself, man. You can't be scared of yourself, because like Gay said, our biggest competition is ourselves, because we get stuck in comparison also. You know what I'm saying? Especially because of social media. Like, you will look and you will see somebody like me. When we first was even thinking about this, I had so many, ideas that I wanted to go far because just of what I seen people do.
And it's so easy to look at that and like, man, I can do that too. Like, it's just gonna happen for you just once you start doing it. Like,
exactly.
It don't go that way at all.
A lot of people got to learn how to put their pride to the side. Pride keeps a lot of people from elevating, because once they run into certain obstacles, they end up stopping because they worried about what somebody else think, or if they fail, how people gonna look at them. You put that pride to the side and you fail and you pick your head back up and you hit the ground running.
And that was not a huge problem for me, but one of my problems going into this too, because this was my fourth podcast. Yeah, like fourth one. Yeah. And I just didn't want to continue putting out new shows that didn't keep going.
Right.
Oh yeah. What she say out back? We about to blow up. I'm trying to tell you.
Most definitely. I feel you, because that was one of the biggest things when we came into this. I said what I said to y'all, and I'm like, man, we gotta go hard, we gotta grind, we gotta do this and this and that.
Stay consistent, just keep putting in this work.
And then what I do, first time I want to go do something fun, I'm out of here. Hey, y'all carry the business. I know y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? So, it take a lot of self-realization, and you got to embrace yourself and realize your faults. Like, man, okay, what they saying to me, they ain't saying to me this because they don't like me. They saying this to me because this is actually hindering the brand, is actually hindering the podcast. Because when it was first said to me, I'm like, I feel like they coming at me personally. You know what I'm saying? So I had
want
to
take stuff
personal. Exactly. But you gotta realize that, you know what I'm saying? You gotta realize that you can't take stuff personally when we all trying to achieve a common goal. Yeah. You know, motherfuckers can't run out on you and quit. You know what I'm saying? But
that boy was crazy.
But
So I'll apologize publicly since you apologized. Okay. I did quit because I feel like y'all some pussies and y'all don't be listening to me.
Damn.
Right?
Was that
hold
on. Was that directed towards everybody?
Los, that is not directed to you.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not directed to you.
Tell us who it's directed to.
It's not directed to you.
We know who it's. Tell us it's directed to the lame man nigga to the left of you, because he wasn't listening to your ideas.
It ain't just him either.
Me, cause you know what I'm saying. She know I beat her ass.
Byron, we didn't have rounds.
I used to beat her ass all the time.
I used to beat this man ass. One thing about it, we was fighting. Yeah, don't think that we ain't nothing that going on. But I got them hands and I beat Byron crippled ass right now, for today. But
you call me a pussy, you have to do that.
But I wasn't just talking about Byron, But no, I just feel like sometimes being with these guys, my voice probably don't be heard when we talking about ideas and stuff. Or they might think I want stuff to be perfect.
Yeah,
and with success, you gotta know that. Yeah. So you can't be emotionally driven when you're trying to be successful. You can't take stuff personal, and I'm that. I'm a girl, and true to it, and I can be very sensitive. So I apologize, dudes. I mean, I'm gonna put my big girl panties on.
About time.
What?
Yeah, we accept it.
Y'all accept it. And Byron, you know you're my nigga. You ain't no pussy. Josh is.
Yeah, he most definitely is.
You see, listen. When they hate on you the most, you know you the greatest. That's what I've been learning this past week.
Josh, I be having your back though.
He said, I ain't no pussy.
That's what's crazy.
Man, she
pussy.
Bang.
Yeah, man. But when we talk about, you know what I'm saying, being successful, it really come back to you gotta embrace yourself and embrace your flaws and realize it, because what you see as like, I really ain't that big, like maybe watching a show while we filming a podcast, you know what I'm saying? That could really, go backwards or coming unprepared to a podcast, you know what I'm saying? Anything like that, it could really look different towards the members, towards what it looked for you. Like me going out of town, I look at it like, oh man, y'all will be good as three. Y'all hold the weight. It's all good.
You completely fucked up the energy there. Everything
you know
went downhill ever since you did this shit.
But you know what I'm saying? I really didn't look at it, but it took for me to really realize, like, okay, why Jessica coming at me so hard? And Jessica is our manager, you know what I'm saying? She ain't on a podcast, but this is the person that makes things happen behind the scenes. And I may have said some things that I really didn't mean, but I was upset and told her that I kind of made it seem like she really wasn't important. I'm going to apologize to you for that. You know what I mean?
Because you the shit.
You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying? Everybody kind of chimed in and told me, and I was like, man, I don't see it. But as I took my time and I realized, like, Ross thing is you. If it ain't you on the podcast, then it's nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Boy,
this nigga want to be David Ruffin.
It's the MVP, the most valuable. He the GOAT, but I'm most valuable.
You definitely got to put your personal feelings aside through everything. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be about business, and business is something I feel like we, maybe more men and women, black, we didn't really learn about growing up. We learned about being monsters and taking control of our environments. You know what I'm saying?
I was here too, because like this is a natural thing for us. This is not how this is not what we used to do. This is not the way we live.
Right.
So we are not business minded people. And we just think we just know it off the top of our head, just like that shit just gonna come to us. Like, nah, you gotta train your mind to even understand how to make this shit work. And it takes a lot of training.
They do, and like what you watching, like I watch somebody called Les Brown. He older, but he just my style of motivated speaker. I listen to him every freaking day just to put my mind in the right headspace. Because if you listening to crazy shit, like you gotta watch what you putting into you when you trying to be successful, or even who you around and what people you let in your energy. Like all that is important. You gotta train yourself to do different things.
Yeah. Another thing to me, like, you gotta be able to take risks. And with that risk, you gotta be able to have fun with what you doing and what you pursuing. Like if you ain't having fun, I mean, it just feel like you just stuck in something that you doing just to get by or just to do because it'll make you money. It's not something you real passionate about. Something you real passionate about, something you have fun in. It'll possibly build faster because you'll put more into it because it's something you would love to do. Like, I go to work, but I don't love to go to work. It's like, man, I gotta go to work, man. Like, I mean, I get up. Like, what motivates me is making sure everybody else straight. And that's gonna force me to want to succeed in life and to want to build my own. So everybody ain't gotta work like I work.
But even on the road to success, even if you love it, you might get frustrated. Like we said, we can't move off emotions, so you can't let that, just because you're frustrated or upset at that moment or things ain't going down, like Les Brown said, if you fall, try to fall on your back so you can look up. You can look up, you know you can get up. So
Yeah, it just depends on where you fall. If I fall in the grocery store, I need 10,000. One quarter of a million.
But one thing that I heard, like I said this week, I explored a lot of different avenues and podcasts. I heard Desi Banks. He was like, make sure you're doing what you're doing because this is what you want to do, not because, hey man, I seen Buddy made $100,000 off of the podcast, or I seen, you know what I'm saying, so and so do this, and I actually had to think about that this week because I was like, am I doing this because I want to do it, or am I doing this because I want to make the money? And I had to think like, nah, the people need to see Rothstein, the G, the GOAT, the great.
So that's why you're doing this, because you think people need to see you?
Yeah. They need to hear this. They need Rothstein in the world. They need me. They need me. You need me. You need me. Say it.
Hey, I've most definitely learned from fools.
Man, but do you need them though? You're like,
Say it.
The world needs fools.
Yeah.
Man, look, I don't
Say
need
so.
them.
So you a part of the world. You need me, right? Am I a fool? You need me.
Damn, that guy he putting that though.
I'm a
Look, do you
wise
need 'em?
man, so I most definitely, you know what I'm saying,
Say it.
learn from other people's
need
mistakes.
Rothstein.
So I'm like, you know, so I
Damn.
learned like, man, I can't just run out on my team just because I want to go have some fun, because, you know what I'm saying, they ain't gonna like, I learned from your mistakes.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna, while we filming, I ain't gonna watch the Chiefs game, you know what I'm saying, right now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna watch the game while we filming.
I most definitely rather you watch the game right here than to run off to go be there personally. You know what I'm saying? Waving your little pom poms and shit.
Nah, yeah.
From the little one, what I do is a loop thing.
One rapper, 2 rings and 3 chains. Just say you need me.
Hey man, be a cheerleader for this
You
podcast,
need
not
me.
for the
Yeah,
fucking
you
Chiefs.
need me.
You know what I'm saying? Bring your pom poms here.
That boy sound like you need me, don't
Yeah, I don't know.
We
he?
need
He
you.
need me.
Look.
Yeah.
Hey Barry just said you chilling. Get that nigga a spirit finger, man.
Well, for real, like it takes a lot of different concepts to being successful, and I definitely appreciate all the different concepts that we got from everybody on here to be successful. Because we were, like you said, we wasn't raised on this. You know what I'm saying? We definitely wasn't raised on this. So it's like they say, it take a village, and you know what I'm saying. It ain't just about raising a child. It's about getting everything started and passing it down. Like, all right, this is what I learned from Byron. This is what I learned from Ye. This is what I learned from Lowe. So I can pass all this down, plus what I got to my kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, y'all want to be successful, do this. This how we did it. You know what I'm saying? You might take a different path.
What everybody doing this for?
Yeah.
Right.
It take an open mind too, though. It take an open mind. You gotta most definitely have an open mind to others can help you build, and also going out your way to find other resources to help you build. Don't just be like, oh, I'm gonna just use what I got right here. Go out and look for something different. Like, you never know what you're gonna find when you go out there. You never know who gonna help you, who can help you advance to the next level. Like, you never know. You gotta have an open mind. You gotta be open minded. A lot of people ain't open minded. They be like, oh, I got it, I'm gonna do it myself. I don't need no help. Let me get that hand clap. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So what everybody doing this for? What you doing it for, Lowe's?
man, I'm trying to build the brand and the podcast. I'm trying to. Right now, we just giving out a couple $100 worth of game. We ain't got $1 million worth of game yet, but we gonna get there. You hear me?
What you're doing it for? Hey, it's you. What are you doing?
Like I said, I'm trying to build the brand. I'm trying to elevate everything that I put my hands on. If this could give me a platform where I can build my brand and make myself more successful in my business, as well as this one, I'm doing it for me and mine and y'all.
Okay.
Well, you know, Rothstein and G, whether it's the GOAT, whether it's the Great, or the Gremlin, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing it for because the world needs me. The world needs my opinion. I feel like my opinion gets buried out here because it's like people like, oh, we ain't trying. Yeah, no, you need to hear this. This is real. Let me give you a perspective on real life, how we really live.
What you doing it for, Kanye?
No. How we really living out here. You know what I'm saying?
He say we live raw, we live raw.
Real raw. That's where the raw thing come in. And you know what I'm saying? Of course,
That's why the kids
I
come
want to
from
see, yeah, real raw. But then, of course, I want to see. I want to give different avenues to people around me. Not necessarily y'all, but just people that may look up to you. You never know who look up to you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You never know who see you and be like, yeah, I want to be like Rostin. I want to be like MVP. I want to be like, yay. Nobody really want to be like your boy, but you know what I'm saying? No, but you know what I'm saying? You know, but people might look up to I Am Benny Green and be like, man, we ain't got to do this way of risking our freedom. We can do this. It's a different avenue. Mm-hmm. So I want to get out here and say, hey, you know, I can do this. I can wear the Gremlin mask. I can put the jersey on. I can do whatever, and we can be successful. Let's get this money because we control the culture.
Just don't use your platform to step on niggas. Build them up.
You know, I ain't gonna step on nobody, but you know, you get in the way, you get down and lay down, and it's just how it go.
Lay down, you stay down, huh?
Yeah.
So I'm doing this to build my brand, like beauty, and also I was like, when y'all called me, hit me up, I'm like, do I really want to be on a podcast with these dudes? I always wanted to do a podcast, but I thought it would be dope to do a podcast and with my homeboys, like me and Byron and Los, we've been friends forever. I've been knowing you for about 5 years now, huh, Josh? It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Rothstein, you've been knowing
Rothstein. Okay. My bad.
Nobody know they weirdo.
Right. But yeah, I just thought that it would be dope for to be on a podcast with my homeboys and for people to hear my opinion. Like, I'm super perplexed. It's a lot of sides to me, you know. Raised in the church, then daddy so dope, mama so dope. You know, I'm perplexed as a mug, and I just feel like I had a voice that people need to hear. The world need me. They need me. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, sir. We need all the
we need all the black queens. You know what I'm saying? For sure. You know what I'm saying? City girls, MUAs.
I am not a city
girl. I wasn't saying that specifically to you.
But you know what?
Yeah.
The thing about it is, my mama stayed in every hood, so kinda. I guess you can say I'm a city girl. I guess you can.
We need the city girls. We need the fake city girls too. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
ones that's good at managing.
We need all the municipalities.
Even the ones that's good at managing. Them city girls too.
Yeah.
City girls.
We need Jax. We most definitely need her.
You know what I mean? So, you know, what's up?
Well,
What you doing this for?
I mean, I ain't got to just say that the world needs to hear me. The world telling me they need to hear me. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? When you coming back, you know what I'm saying? We need your opinion. We need you to guide us. You know what I'm saying? They really telling me that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm the person everybody hit up for the advice. So, You know,
What you doing it for though?
you say what?
What you doing it for?
I'm trying to save the world.
Well, let's go deeper than the world. What you doing it for
I'm
deep?
trying to save Rostina first. Yeah, we just gonna spread out, have this ripple effect.
Let's dig deeper than that.
What part of the world you saving first?
Are we starting with that couch over there?
Nah. We going. Look, hold on. Super gremlin.
We wanna be superstars.
What you doing it for? Why you on her? Why you say, hey? Because if y'all don't know, I am Benny Greens. Hit up this is why we on here right now. Why you hit up everybody? Why you want this? Why this is important to you?
That is what I was just talking about.
That boy said he's saving this couch. What his man say? I'm a military vet. Why I'm talking to these Boy Scouts?
So, I've always, you know what I'm saying, been that person that everybody hit us for advice. So, you know what I'm saying, everybody, you know, like my homegirl Portia told me, you know what I'm saying, years ago, like, bro, you're a philosopher. You know what I'm saying, at the time, I ain't really, you know, it ain't mean nothing to me until, you know, some years later. That's how the brand philosophy came about, because of my wisdom. I understand life. I know life. And if everybody just gonna keep talking to me, you know what I'm saying, getting this free game, why not, you know what I'm saying, put it on a bigger platform and try to make a career out of it. Mm-hmm. So that's what, you know what I'm saying, I felt like I found my calling to, you know what I'm saying, voice my opinion and try to help guide people on whatever path they trying to go, like, you know, to give my wisdom and help them go that route.
Just know his opinion, he think is a fact.
I mean,
just know that.
I mean, sometimes
and you ain't gonna get out the car until you agree.
And ain't that I think it's a fact. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna talk to me, listen.
Damn, he said,
We gonna listen to you, but you also gotta listen sometimes when you're wrong or when you off track.
He don't. He's not wrong.
I'm gonna let it be known if I'm wrong. It's just not often.
Man, we had a conversation. We had a conversation. Somebody said you ain't never tell them when you was wrong.
Hey,
right.
A wrong person told me I was wrong. I mean,
We definitely could have been superstars.
I'm trying to tell you.
We was out here jacking cars, but now it's not safe for you.
What are you on, man? We is not here for no
He said super gremlin.
You hear me? Super gremlins for sure.
No,
But you know, I feel like that's really what it kind of takes to be successful. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we touched a lot of points.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, if you feel like it takes more than that, you know what I'm saying? Holler at us, let us know.
Sound off in the comments.
man, if you want to do it, just do it. You got to just do it, man. You gotta, I mean, ain't no...
Yeah, go for what.
Ain't no perfect time.
Just stay consistent when you doing it. Like, that's the key. Just keep working and keep learning. Like, there are so many people out here who's doing what you want to do. Like, you ain't got to copy them, but you got to pay attention.
Right.
And guess what? It ain't nothing wrong with copying them. Don't let nobody tell you that. Like, if the wheel has been invented, follow that wheel. Like,
one thing Gilly said with this that I agree with. I was watching Gilly. He said, put it out there. He was like, it don't matter. He was like, it don't matter if it's good or bad. Put it out there. Somebody out there, somebody out there gonna agree with it. Somebody out there gonna connect to it. Put it out there. Let it be known, like, you know, we out here, we putting out content, and you know what I'm saying, we trying to make a difference, or we talking about what's relevant. Put it out there. It don't matter. You don't agree with me, but 10,000 other people don't go to agree with me, or maybe 100,000 gonna agree with me. Just put it out there, because this is what it is. We control the culture for sure.
Scared money don't make no money. Or if you scared, go to church.
I
wasn't scared, but I went to church.
They go to church for sure.
You know, you can most definitely pray on it. You can most definitely do that.
But you gotta work. You gotta, you know, faith without works is dead. So
That's a fact.
you can't just pray.
You know, This definitely has been another podcast about another production. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's RTG, Rossina G, the GOAT, the Great, the Gremlin. Signing
All right,
out.
man. Y'all have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. MVP out.